All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Anuja Kumar. The headlines. Last rites of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee to be performed at Rashtriya Smriti Sthal in New Delhi this afternoon. Mortal remains to be kept at BJP headquarters at Deen Dayal Upadhyay Marg for people to pay their last respects. Leaders from India and abroad condole his demise. Heavy rains and floods continue to batter Kerala. Army, Navy and Air Force launched massive rescue operations. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit the state today to take stock of the situation. Pakistani forces resort to heavy shelling along LOC in Poonch district of Jammu and Kashmir. The last rites of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee will be performed at Rashtriya Smriti Sthal in New Delhi at 4 p.m. today. The 93-year-old veteran BJP leader who passed away at AIIMS yesterday evening will be given state funeral. The body of Bharat Ratna Atal Bihari Vajpayee has been kept at his official residence, 6A Krishna Menon Marg, where people can pay homage to the departed leader from 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. His body then will be taken to the BJP headquarters at Deen Dayal Upadhyay Marg at 9 a.m., where people can pay their last respects. BJP President Amit Shah said the funeral procession will leave party headquarters at 1 p.m. and the last rites will be performed at 4 p.m.
9 बजे अटल जी के पार्थिव शरीर को भाजपा मुख्यालय 6A दीनदयाल मार्ग पर ले जाया जाएगा और 1 बजे उनकी अंतिम यात्रा निकलेगी और 4 बजे राष्ट्रीय स्मृति स्थल पर उनके अंतिम संस्कार किए जाएंगे.
A 7-day state mourning has been announced as a mark of respect to the departed leader. In a circular, Home Ministry said the national flag will fly half-mast across the country till 22nd of this month. National flag will also fly half-mast at all Indian missions abroad today. A half-day holiday has been declared in all offices of central government and central public sector undertakings today. Most of the state governments have declared holiday today as a mark of respect to Vajpayee. Our correspondent takes a look at the arrangements for the funeral.
The central Delhi has been put under tight security, anticipating heavy footfall during former Prime Minister's final journey today. More than 20,000 security personnel have been deployed to facilitate the people's movement during the funeral procession, which will pass through Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay Marg, Bahadur Shah Zafar Marg, Delhi Gate, Netaji Subhash Marg and Shantivan before reaching Rashtriya Smriti Samadhi area where the veteran BJP leader will be cremated. Traffic police has cordoned off several roads in the area for traffic movement. These include Krishna Menon Marg, Sunehri Bagh Road, Tughlaq Road, Akbar Road, 30 Janwari Marg, Man Singh Road, Bhagwan Das Road, Shahjahan Road and Sikandra Road. With Shashank Kumar, Tripti Srivastav, AIR News, Delhi.
Leaders from India and abroad have condoled the demise of Vajpayee. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have expressed grief at the passing away of the veteran BJP leader. President Kovind described Vajpayee as a true Indian statesman, saying his leadership, foresight, maturity and eloquence put him in a league of his own. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu said Atal Bihari Vajpayee was a friendly and lovable Prime Minister. He said in his passing away, India has lost a multifaceted jewel. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in a televised address, said that the thoughts, ideals and words of former Prime Minister will always remain with people and will always inspire them. He said in the passing away of Atalji, India has lost its anmol ratna.
मेरे लिए उनका जाना एक ऐसी कमी है जो कभी भर नहीं पाएगी. अटल जी ने अपने कुशल नेतृत्व और अविरत संघर्ष के द्वारा जनसंघ से लेकर के भाजपा तक इन संगठनों को मजबूती के साथ खड़ा किया. उन्होंने भाजपा के विचारों और नीतियों को देश में जन जन तक पहुंचाने का कार्य किया. उन्हीं के दृढ़ निश्चय और कठिन परिश्रम का परिणाम है कि आज भाजपा की यात्रा यहां तक पहुंची है. अटल जी भले ही हमें छोड़कर चीर निद्रा में लीन हो गए हो, लेकिन उनकी वाणी, उनका जीवन, उनकी सादगी, उनके विचार, उनका दर्शन हम समस्त भारतवासियों के लिए हमेशा प्रेरणा देता रहेगा.
Former President Pranab Mukherjee described Vajpayee as a democrat to the core, saying he had dominated the opposition space like a titan and led the government with aplomb. Former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh said Vajpayee was an excellent orator, an impressive poet, an exceptional public servant, an outstanding parliamentarian, and a great Prime Minister. Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan said the nation lost a great leader. Veteran BJP leader and close colleague of the late leader, Lal Krishna Advani, said Atalji will be remembered as the pioneer of the first ever stable non-Congress coalition government at the centre. BJP leader Murli Manohar Joshi said Mr. Vajpayee's demise was his personal loss. Congress President Rahul Gandhi said India lost a great son who was loved and respected by millions. Information and Broadcasting Minister Rajyavardhan Rathod said Vajpayee was a daring Prime Minister who made Pokhran possible, a highly principled politician and a poet of inspirational grit who was admired across party lines. Other union ministers, including Rajnath Singh, Arun Jaitley, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Ram Vilas Paswan, condoled Vajpayee's death. Chief ministers of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Odisha, Maharashtra and others also expressed their condolences. Several countries have also expressed condolence on the demise of Vajpayee. US, UK, Russia, Japan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan and Pakistan have condoled his demise. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina said Vajpayee was one of the most famous sons of India. She said in a tweet that Vajpayee was highly respected in Bangladesh and it is a day of great sadness for all of us in Bangladesh. Pakistan's Prime Minister-in-waiting Imran Khan expressed condolences, saying his efforts for improvement in relations between Pakistan and India will be remembered forever. All India Radio pays a tribute to one of India's tallest leaders.
Atal Bihari Vajpayee's legacy as Prime Minister is a rich one that will be remembered and cherished even decades later. It includes forward-looking economic policies and massive infrastructure projects like development of national highways. An ardent champion of women's empowerment and social equality, Vajpayee believed in a fast-moving India, a strong and prosperous nation, confident of its rightful place in the Comity of Nations. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was awarded India's highest civilian honour, the Bharat Ratna, in 2015. The country's second highest civilian honour, the Padma Vibhushan, was conferred upon him in recognition of his selfless dedication to his first and only love, India, and his more than half a century of service to society and the nation. In 1994, he was named India's best parliamentarian. Atal Bihari Vajpayee served as the Prime Minister of India thrice, first for a term of 13 days in 1996 for a period of 11 months from 1998 to 1999, and then for a full term from 1999 to 2004. With his swearing in as Prime Minister after the Lok Sabha polls of October 1999, he became the first and only person since Jawaharlal Nehru to occupy the office of the Prime Minister of India through 3 successive Lok Sabhas. Atal Bihari Vajpayee's words and mannerisms carried a charisma that made even his political opponents hold him in high regard. In 1996, Vajpayee formed a minority government which continued for 13 days. In a thunderous speech, he had announced his resignation in the parliament.
हम भी अपने ढंग से देश की सेवा कर रहे हैं और अगर हम देशभक्त न होते और अगर हम निस्वार्थ भाव से राजनीति में अपना स्थान बनाने का प्रयास न करते और हमारे इन प्रयासों के पीछे 40 साल की साधना है। ये कोई आकस्मिक जनादेश नहीं है, कोई चमत्कार नहीं हुआ है। हमने मेहनत की, हम लोगों में गए, हमने संघर्ष किया है। पार्टी 365 दिन चलने वाली पार्टी है। ये कोई चुनाव में कुकुर मुक्के की तरह से खड़ी होने वाली पार्टी नहीं है।
Under his leadership in 1998, India successfully conducted Pokhran II nuclear tests and cemented its position as a nuclear state.
I have to make a brief announcement. Today, at 15:45 hours, India conducted 3 underground nuclear tests in the Pokhran range. These tests conducted today were with a fission device, a low-yield device, and a thermonuclear device.
As a foreign minister, Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the first person to speak in Hindi in the United Nations in 1977.
मैं भारतीय जनता की ओर से राष्ट्र संघ के लिए शुभकामनाओं का संदेश लाया हूं। महासभा के 32वें अधिवेशन के अवसर पर मैं राष्ट्र संघ में भारत की दृढ़ आस्था को पुनः व्यक्त करना चाहता हूं। जिस भय और आतंक के वातावरण ने हमारे लोगों को घेर लिया था वह दूर हो गया है। ऐसे संवैधानिक कदम उठाए जा रहे हैं जिनसे यह सुनिश्चित हो जाए कि लोकतंत्र और बुनियादी आजादी का अब फिर कभी हनन नहीं होगा।
Atal Bihari Vajpayee has been known for his master oratory and poems. His poems in Hindi have found not just critical acclaim but also resonate with the masses till today.
टूटे हुए सपने की सुने कौन सिसकी, अंतर को चीर व्यथा पलकों पर ठिठकी, हार नहीं मानूंगा रार नहीं ठानूंगा, काल के कपाल पर लिखता मिटाता हूँ, गीत नया गाता हूँ, गीत नया गाता हूँ।
93-year-old Vajpayee was born on the 25th of December 1924 at Gwalior in Madhya Pradesh. He was the son of Krishna Bihari Vajpayee and Krishna Devi. Vajpayee's first brush with nationalist politics was in his student days when he joined the Quit India movement of 1942, which hastened the end of British colonial rule. A student of political science and law, it was in college that he developed a keen interest in foreign affairs. He had embarked upon a journalist's career, which was cut short in 1951 when he joined the Bharatiya Janasangh, the forerunner of today's Bharatiya Janata Party. Vajpayee was first elected to the Lok Sabha in 1957 and had a long parliamentary experience spanning over 4 decades. He was elected to the Lok Sabha 9 times and 2 times for the Rajya Sabha.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. Heavy rains and floods continue to lash Kerala, triggering landslides and stranding people across the state. The centre has deployed all 3 wings of the armed forces in a massive rescue operation. A high-level committee headed by the Cabinet Secretary met in New Delhi to ensure continued and scaled-up assistance to the state. A red alert has been issued in all 14 districts. Thousands have been shifted to relief camps. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will reach Kerala today to take stock of the situation. Mr. Modi will reach Thiruvananthapuram this evening and will hold a meeting with Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan. Tomorrow, Prime Minister will go to Kochi and will conduct an aerial survey of the flood-affected regions. In yet another incident of ceasefire violation, Pakistani forces resorted to heavy shelling along the line of control in Poonch district of Jammu and Kashmir last night. Defense sources said the forces from across the LOC resorted to unprovoked firing and shelling, targeting Indian positions and civilian areas in Gulpur sector around 10 p.m. Troops guarding the border line retaliated the shelling and intermittently exchange of fire continued for an hour. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Abhishek Kumar.
Thank you, Anuja. A swathe of gloom enveloping the nation as India lost one of its most loved political stalwarts yesterday evening when former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee breathed his last is the main news covered by all the newspapers today. Atal Bihari Vajpayee passes away. Tears, grief across political fault lines. State funeral today, writes the Indian Express. The Hindustan Times mentions PM Modi mourning Vajpayee's death, saying, "We have lost an Atal Ratna." The Statesman, under the headline, "End of an Era," refers to his maiden speech in Parliament being so impressive that the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru introduced Vajpayee to a visiting foreign dignitary as the future Prime Minister of the country. The other nations too grieve with India on the loss of the former Prime Minister. The United States remembers his immense contribution in bolstering US-India relations, being referred as national allies by him. Ali Zafar, Acting Information Minister of Pakistan, may come to pay tribute to Vajpayee, mentions the Times of India. On India's most loved and respected leader passing away, the Hindustan Times writes, "Politics loses its poetry." The Hindustan Times reports about 74% of Delhi's pollution coming from outside, not only from towns in the national capital region, but even beyond, from as far as Pakistan, Afghanistan and Oman. And finally, the Hindu reports of the first Humboldt penguin to be born in India. Mumbai gives India its first baby penguin, weighing 75 grams. And with that, it's back to you, Anuja.
Thank you, Abhishek. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Last rites of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee to be performed at Rashtriya Smriti Sthal in New Delhi this afternoon. Mortal remains to be kept at BJP headquarters at Deen Dayal Upadhyay Marg for people to pay their last respects. Leaders from India and abroad condole his demise. Heavy rains and floods continue to batter Kerala. Army, Navy and Air Force launch massive rescue operations. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit the state today to take stock of the situation. Pakistani forces resort to heavy shelling along LOC in Poonch district of Jammu and Kashmir. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.